Hi everybody, we're Rob and Leslie Hildebrand.
Welcome to the Chateau de la Grifferaie.
3 years ago, we sold or mortgaged everything we had to buy this beautiful chateau.
With the hope that we could create a special place of learning for young people to learn about their world and themselves.
It's been an amazing adventure so far, with so much more to come.
So come along with us as we wake this sleeping beauty and restore her to her former glory.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chateau. We're getting close to the students arriving, 2 weeks in a little bit, and man, oh man, it seems like every video we just have tons of stuff going on.
It really does. Well, I think we do.
Yeah, big things we did this week. Big things.
We did have big things.
No, big things. Yeah, okay, so the big things are the square.
Was that your cue?
Yeah, it was, but that's okay, don't worry about it. Don't leave this video early because we left everything in sequence. We take some looks at the lane, but then we get to the square. We finished up the planter bathroom bedroom, the ceiling. We started on the other ceiling. You found a really interesting find with some old cool stuff.
We did, but we had guests here.
Yeah,
guests here this week.
Right, and they did some tremendous work. And so watch this video and enjoy. At the end too, amazing meal, amazing meal. It's Monday morning and our first load of gravel has arrived. It's gonna be a long pour down the lane. Got 5 loads coming in the next 2 days. So lots of good times. We are going for a walk to look at our lane. Look at this. The stone arrived. It looks like a real lane, Leslie was saying.
I know, it's like we're real people with
Let's go look.
A yard that's taken care of.
Here we go. Look at this. No more ruts, no more potholes, at least for the moment. We know how this thing goes, but unbelievable. Still looking good. Yeah, nice. And this is interesting, you know, more than one way to skin a cat sometimes. We were thinking we were gonna have to burn all these piles, and then Dave said, let's just push it into the bush. And generally we don't go for that, but this seems to have worked fairly well. Look at this, look at this. It keeps going. Oh, they went this way too a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, we'll take it. What do you see?
We're really fortunate to have these amazing, huge, like you don't even notice how huge the trunks of these, like look at the trunk on that tree. He's gorgeous.
It's a massive tree. What is it, oak? We need to clear that thing out.
I think so, but like we just trim the hedge.
Get all that back.
And then pull, you know, cut off all those sort of extra
ivy and
branches.
The limbs, the lower limbs.
Oh, amazing.
That's a beautiful tree. And honestly, there are quite a few.
Look, there's another one.
I know, it's like hidden.
And if you could see them, it would be amazing.
I mean, when you drive up to the chateau, you can see some pretty amazing trees on the lane here.
Yeah, they're oak.
You guys don't see them on the video. We'll have to shoot it sometime from the highway. It's really quite cool.
You should. The rhododendrons are starting to bloom.
I thought these ones were great too, but Leslie says there's better ones over here, so let's go look at them. How about it, Lori? Pretty cool. Your work is paying off already.
Wait till those come out as a whole cluster.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Fantastic.
How about that one?
That one's striped. You can't see it.
Yeah, cool. Now here's the difference between the area that has not been cleared out. See all the junk?
And a little.
And then you can see way back there, he's trying to survive. He's fighting all this stuff.
And there's another bright red one.
Zoom out here. Bright red. Oh yeah, I do.
That one's actually
way in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, one day these will be rescued.
Well, while I continue plugging away at boxes and unpacking and trying to find new homes for places, the men outside are taking care of business. Look at them go. They're getting ready for the gravel today, and they're trying to just clean up some of the extra, you know, grassy bits that kind of came to the top, so that we're not just burying roots of things for the future. So good for them, and a bunch of rocks. So all 3 of them out there working hard.
John's working like a madman. We've built a contraption to try to level out the gravel. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, the little contraption's not doing so bad at picking up rocks.
All right, improving the system. John's improving the system. big log, that's much better. A couple of pallets, leveling real nice. All right, the tractor guys are here. They have brought a grader that is going to help us, I think. Yeah, here it comes. They're gonna try to drop just a bit. Well, that's too much. There we go. Keep. I think we don't want them to keep stopping. I think we want them just to keep driving. But oh well. Round 2. There we go. That's coming. That's a beauty. That was nice. That was nice. Trying to get it close to the stairs, I think. Nice.
So we're hanging some little curtains that I found. And I get to see the joy of all of these guys working hard, putting this amazing sable jaune, yellow sand on our driveway and square. Isn't it great? Oh my goodness. That's our little contraption. And there's our great gravel man from next door, actually. They're fantastic. So, very exciting to see progress. Well, we found the little pair of drapes for this room. It's been without, and I think it's gonna be just fine. Look at that, it even reaches. So good. And I got these great tie backs that are just perfect that I found at the Brocante that are old. In North America, these would actually be really expensive, but they're great. They match fantastic and can't wait to use them.
Leslie's straightening it out. She's gonna have to move the ladder over. Big windows. Big windows, little wife. Nice color. How much did you pay for these?
€17 each.
Leslie paid 17 euros each for these curtains. How do you like that?
It's a temporary fix.
Yeah, it's great though.
I actually bought them for the mauve room,
Oh yeah?
but then I realized these guys didn't have any either, so.
Maybe buy more.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, nice. That is fun. That's a great little addition.
Now they feel like everybody's got their own curtain.
Yeah, it's a very softer room. It's a more beautiful room.
Yeah, it's cute.
As you know, we love this hedge and we're trying to save it. And the worms have been out. It's boxwoods. It's boxwood caterpillars. We've ID'd them pretty well. And so sprayed a couple times, but it wasn't doing it. So we're gonna do like the first time. We're cutting it down. The idea is you cut it down and then you burn off the top and then you spray and then it comes back. I was gonna take 6 inches, but I'm only taking more like maybe 3 to 5 inches. And So far so good. It actually looks pretty good when you cut that top gross stuff off. There's a little bit of green in there. Haven't done that yet. This is done. That's not done. See the diff? That went better than expected, and it looks better than I expected it would. Also went faster than I expected, maybe an hour and a half, hour. This steel was definitely a good purchase. We're not sponsored by steel either, but I upgraded and got some decent tools a couple of years ago. Thank you very much, Patreon, by the way. We use that money to buy tools, and it has been such a lifesaver. We were trying to do with battery operated stuff before, but I mean, like, the scope of the yard here is massive, so battery operated is just not going to do it. So yeah, please, hopefully it'll come back now. All right, we got the main roof painted, just one coat, but I think it's going to be adequate. And now it's time to put some paint on the trim. Finish this room up. Scaffolding set up, trim, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, there we go, all the way around. Pretty good, pretty good. You can see we could have probably put a second coat of filler there on that little guy, right? And maybe we will someday, but for now, this looks like a clean room, and we will not be insulting the people coming in it. Because honestly, guys, this was so bad up there in that little corner. It's great to see it clean and fresh. These guys have been so helpful. The tractoring and the sand for sure, but also just odds and ends. Like these beds, $50 each, by the way. Beautiful. This is not where they're going to be. This is not their final location. They only came with 2 side supports, so obviously we need another. And so sure enough, John just got the old saw going. That is a pretty darn good replica, and even the same height. Really impressive. It's all a process, right? It's all a process. Lots of cleanup, lots of work. We're going through all these rooms trying to make them better for the students. You can see we're working on the end room now with the ceiling, and I'm going to come around really slow. This room has taken some steps forward. It used to be the double bed. The ceiling was terrible. We've now moved 2 little beds in, $50 each. Isn't that great? And there's quite a bit of space now. It's hard to get a sense for the room, but I'll try to back up so you can see it. So no longer do they have to share. It was kind of our only shared bed other than the staff area. So that's good. And then of course, the ceiling is no longer super gross. So significant improvement for this room. This room I was always, to be honest, a little embarrassed of, just because of the leak and all the problems. And now it's coming together. So yeah, next step, Leslie says we need an area rug. It is a little bit slivery, the floor, so this one will be a good one to get an area rug in.
So this is interesting. I was cleaning out, that cupboard in the dining room, and the very top, I noticed, not quite the very top, but close, there was some old books and stuff in there, clearly in French, but do like old books. Gulliver's Travels. Again, can you imagine? Look how tiny the words are. Goodness gracious. This is interesting. Again, I don't know what that is. Milan, 1870. I don't know. And then there's like these theater, maybe programs where they told the story and the pictures of the, I'm not sure, of the actual play. I'm not sure. Nice wigs. Oh, and there's some music. If only I had a piano and we could play it and you can hear it. More theater, 1911. And you can see the stage sets, which are great. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they were. And then as you keep going, there's another little paper here. This one's 1901, which is fun. Again, I don't know. It was just a little magazine. And this one, it's kind of dirty, says June of 1902, which again, maybe, I don't know. It's some kind of magazine. Definite advertisements for some interesting things. Always chocolate. Obviously, you can see pictures from Martinique, 1902, and the devastation that they had. Oh boy. Of course, very small things to read. Also clearly in French. Oh look, there's a recipe. Soufflé beignet au jambon. So ham, donuts basically, which interesting. That's fun. I'll have to look at these a little closer, but yeah, they're old. That's official. And I think they're legit. I don't think they're pretend. So that's a fun find.
Work on the hedge continues. We raked up all the piles of dead branches and hopefully gotten them. And you can see the leaves are coming back now. It'll take a few weeks for the new growth, but this is encouraging, isn't it? When you take all that dead wood on the top off. Now we'll get this sprayed, and eventually when we have the manpower, we'll clear out the ivy too, but one job at a time. It all takes time. This has always been one of the more beautiful and somewhat underutilized areas of the park. And so we're killing two birds today. We started this is gonna be our new campfire area. Got some big, huge stumps cut by Uncle Glenn, and then Dave and John have put them in the tractor, and they're bringing them over, and we're building this bad boy. And also, while we're doing it, we're killing several birds actually with one stone. We've trimmed the hedge and we're burning the clippings because we want to get rid of the eggs for the boxworms. So 3 things: building a campfire, clearing wood from the front, and also burning off the hedge. Good times. There comes the load of sand. Boy, the best thing about having 4 people working on the chateau is all these things are going on at once. We got logs being moved, we got sand being dropped, we got hedge being burnt, fire pit being created. It's really quite something. Looks like $1 million. We got to go up high and shoot down so you can see the whole thing.
How many tons?
I think he said 90. What did he say? Wow, 90 tons of rock. Man. Okay, we're way up here in the attic to give you the top view of the square getting plowed. Shame I couldn't put a time lapse on this. This is pretty cool. It just looks magical. Wow, magical. Look at that. They're just spreading it out right now. That's awesome. Look at that. 90 tons of sand. It's kind of magical, isn't it? Is it just me? We need a drone. See if you look at this. Guys, this is looking so good. Look at all the work they've done. Used to be weeds, then it was scraped sand, and now brand new sand. Wow, it's gonna be super cool. Work continues tomorrow. Let's also look out the front, shall we? Isn't that cool? Lane done. We are so fortunate to have our friends helping. I mean, we might have got to this in 10 years. You know, left to our own devices with our own resources and our own time. And then, you know, these guys come and make stuff happen. Boom, 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 boom. And we have got beautiful sand. It's Yeah, it's the kingdom of God. I talk about it sometimes, but it's, you know, you've got people from all over the world, and they, you know, want to do good, and they want to get behind a good cause. And so these guys, we didn't even know each other. We were not even like friends growing up. A lot of our friends have people that have known us for a long time, but these guys, you know, only met us a few years ago on YouTube, and they liked what we were doing, and they believed in what we were doing, and they said, hey, we want to get involved. And we are so lucky to have them on the team. Anyways, there's the hedge, by the way. It is looking good, isn't it? We just burned off all this stuff today. And so the worms hopefully are gone. It's sprayed. We're gonna let, you see the path up ahead? We're gonna let that grass in. We're just gonna let it become green and beautifully grass. The central front entrance is not central to what we're doing. You'll still be able to use it if you want to, but we're gonna let it get all green and a little bit back to normal, and then use this as our main road. Yeah, super fun.
So I have a habit of looking down while I walk. Had to go to the mailbox, grab some stuff. And I haven't walked over here since we've got all of the sand and gravel in. But look at that, oh my goodness. It's like, you can't even see it on camera properly, to be honest. But it's like the sand just glows against the house. It's pretty fantastic. Not to mention the beautiful fragrance of the lilacs in the air. It is the most still and amazing evening. And I was just potting up some plants in the urns. And I noticed how many roses are coming out any minute. Look at all those blossoms. They're everywhere. They have been very happy. I'll try to slowly come around here so you can see some of the yellow ones. They're too tall already. And then check these ones out over here. These are some of my favorites. They start off with their buds really bright like that, and then they're starting to come out like that, or like that. Very fun. And I think they'll be mostly yellow when they come out, but it's doing really, really well. It's very healthy this year, and it's just blooming. And of course the irises are still going. And there's more around the corner, but that's it for tonight. I hear crackling. So we have some kind of crazy tree that's just suckering everywhere. And our friend here says they're really evasive. So he's actually knocking them down. Let's see if I can zoom in. Not the beautiful round white flowering plant, but you can see the little suckers. And apparently up there with the orangey colored leaves that are coming out are the ones that are starting to grow everywhere. And they really are in the forest. They're kind of going nuts. So he says they're really bad, and I believe it because they have just gone crazy lately. And we haven't had them as much before, but I think they're coming from those tall ones. And we really want to get them out. So he's trying to work around my white flowering guy and push in these crazy things, and hopefully we can get them to at least slow down until we can get in there and take care of business. But until then, at least this may deter them to some degree. Let's hope, hey? We're grateful for the tractor, and we're grateful that he can drive it. Oh, the boys just came out of the tunnel. I wonder if they found anything.
Some of our clothes we put into boxes, and so I'm packing it up, and some of it's going to go into storage. Some of the jerseys, just don't wear them enough, but I like jerseys. Then this is fun. I packed up my grad regalia. Now you'll notice I have 2 gowns. This is my doctor. It's a DM, a doctor of ministry. It's like not a PhD. It's a professional, more like in the line of an MD. So it's for guys working in churches and stuff. So that's that. And I don't know where my hat is. I also have my dad's beefeater, which is super cool. He graduated from University of Toronto. I graduated from Providence Theological Seminary in Manitoba. And his is really great. It's a little bit wrinkled now that it's been in the box, but I would occasionally wear it in honor of him sometimes, so that's been fun too. You know, the guys were mentioning the other day they could see the sand from the highway, and I was like, really? And it's true, you can see the sand from the highway. Isn't that cool? Someone also told me that it's called Chateau Sand. I love it. It's definitely dramatic. I could not be more excited about it. And that's just so cool. I've got to learn how to do this. It's magical sand. Isn't it magical? We're hoping we'll be able to stay ahead of the weeds now with now that we got this huge head start. You know, before you're thinking, well, you can't really even take herbicide to it because there's just so much. But now you're like, maybe. Yeah. Where's the? Oh yeah, that's right. Where's the? We need the dot. We need the dot. That's great. What a week. What a week it has been. And if you've watched our videos before, I believe you will be able to see something new here. Is this incredible? Look at this, you guys. We have a square like they used to have when the chateau was owned by actual rich people and that were able to manage it. I mean, this is something that would have taken us years and years and years, but we had friends, as you know, we've had friends come and help us, and it has been incredible. Isn't it beautiful? You can see it from the highway. You can see it as you're driving up to the chateau. So I don't know how you can see it. There must be a bit of a crest on this hill, but you know, you're whatever, how far that is away, half a mile away, you look and you can see the glimmering gold. Leslie also says that when the sun is bright, it makes the chateau stand out a little bit more, like it's the sun reflecting off the golden sand. Really does some cool things. It's dusk right now. The sun's going down, but super cool, and we are super thankful. Something like 21 days left, and we're into the last room, which is a cool room, but the ceiling has taken a beating. Time has been hard, and the new roof has, you know, the changing roof, and so we've got a lot of paint that's fallen off, and so we got to scrape this, and we're gonna paint the whole roof, the whole ceiling. I keep saying roof. So here we go. Hopefully 2, maybe 3 days, half day each day. And first of all, we got to clear everything out.
Okay, we're in one of our favorite rooms. We call this Amy's room because this is the one she's chosen. But it's getting a little worse for the wear, which she won't be all sad about because she doesn't love some of the pink and yellow. But the ceiling really went through some bad winter moments, and there's lots and lots of cracks. So our handy dandy ceiling repairman is out on the job. And I think, is it going okay, this one?
Yeah, going good.
Nice. It'll look amazing after.
I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed scraping. It's very gratifying. See these ugly, you know, peeling paint everywhere, and it's so bad when it's peeling up. It just looks so terrible. And you scrape it off, and it looks bad, but it looks better than when it's peeling. So now, tomorrow we'll come by and we'll fill all those, and then we'll prime them, and then we'll paint them, and it's gonna look great. And this room eventually is gonna be great. Now the pink needs to go too. Maybe you like the pink, maybe you don't like the pink, but the pink is peeling brutally. So eventually that's gonna have to go too. But for now, Leslie says it's gonna be all the same on the roof, one color, so that's great. Let's do it before or after the filling. This is scraped. And this is the after. Well, this is not primed and it's not painted, it's just filled. I haven't even sanded yet. And it's already looking so much better. So now we're gonna sand it, then we're gonna prime it, then we're gonna paint it, and then this room will be ready to go for students. you know, I'm in a Facebook group buying and selling Chateau in France, and there's 60,000 members, and it's fun. You know, lots of people show the chateaus they're working on, or the chateau they're working on, or sometimes ones they're trying to sell or whatever. Anyways, I posted a beautiful picture of the square the other day, and I said, you know, sometimes you get unexpected help, and also sometimes you run into unexpected problems. And there's a couple people going, hey, what problems do you run into? And I'm like, oh, it's hard to even put it into words, but here's an example. Like I'm up here sanding the molding, and if you look, it does look like it's sagging in the middle a bit, doesn't it? You don't notice it when you're just walking around the room, but when you're looking right down the line, you're like, I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's anything that's gonna need to be fixed right now, but you know, there's always stuff like that, little tiny things that come up. Friday night, and it's getting close to the end of another week, and I'm feeling kind of emotional tonight. I don't know what it is. Everybody working so hard, you know. You got the guys who came and they're rented a tractor and bought some sand and fixed up the square so it looks amazing, and they've been working sometimes on the tractor all day, sometimes raking rocks and fixing stuff, moving wood. Leslie's working real hard cleaning rooms and putting away boxes. I've been up on a scaffolding scraping ceilings. And there's just something about the whole thing that's emotional. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see the chateau. There it is. It's a beauty. Yeah, so walking around the chateau, and again, in the last week we've gone from having boxes everywhere with the containers, and again, we're painting all these ceilings, and there's messes, and we're working hard, and I think there's 18 days till the students arrive. And we're all kind of on that final push, you know, where your body's starting to hurt, and you just want to sit down and relax, but you can't because you know what's coming. And so we're all going hard, and there's something emotional about it. Like, at the same time, I'm talking to the students sometimes on the messenger, and they're getting excited, you know, and they're ready for this thing. And so as I'm sitting on the mower driving around, or as I'm, you know, scraping ceilings, preparing these rooms, trying to make them beautiful for the students, kind of the names of the students and the faces all kind of echo through my head, and I'm thinking about the experience they're going to have. And I'm thinking about our old students, and I'm seeing them reflect on their memories on Instagram and show pictures from last year, and they're having kind of what's the word, sentimental feelings as they remember just how great the trip was. And so I think of those guys and how awesome it was for them. Then I think of the new group coming and how potentially life-changing it's going to be for them, and the community we're going to build, and the friendships they're going to have, and the meals we're going to eat, and the things they're going to learn in the classroom. And it's just emotional, you know. And I mean, it's surprisingly hard to live this way, but it's beautiful to live this way, knowing that what you're doing makes a difference. And then again, so we're so blessed. Like, we've had folks support us financially, by working, by watching the videos, Patreon, folks praying for us, folks telling their grandkids about our school, or their friends, or their cousins, or their nephews and nieces, and all these people helping us out to try to do this thing to help young people. And the whole thing is, it's emotional. And so I guess tonight, as the week is coming to an end, I am deeply thankful. I'm deeply thankful to God for his provision for us, and how he's brought people into our lives that have used their skill and their wisdom and their good choices and their hard work, and sometimes their good fortune, to not only benefit themselves, but to benefit what we're trying to do here. I'm deeply thankful for that. And I'm so thankful also for the success he's brought us so far in the eyes of the students. So again, thanks to all of you. I'm really excited about a good year coming up, and I'm glad you guys are with us on the way. Yeah, thanks for coming with us. You know, while we're closing up the video, I thought we'd show some pictures of this glorious meal. We enjoyed some lovely meals this week, including one at the Four Seasons in La Flèche, Moulin de Four Seasons. Right. Boy, they do some good food, eh?
Oh my goodness, one of our favorite places.
What'd you have? What'd you have?
Goodness, you want me to remember?
Well, okay, chicken.
Did I have chicken?
Yeah, and you had the egg appetizer.
I don't remember.
Okay, I saw the video. Well, you're watching clips of it, so you're seeing what we're doing. It was a great meal. And of course, the beautiful lilacs in front too.
Oh, the wisteria was out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice here
Not
in spring.
lilacs. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Anyways, hope you're enjoying that. Guys, come back on Thursday. We're going to have a shorter video of going back into the tunnel.
Ah,
John picks up a metal detector, and he's gonna go look for some treasure, maybe, who knows, some World War II stuff.
You never know.
We'll see what we find. And also we take a look at some of the wine bottles, so lots of fun on Thursday.
Nice.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
That it's a good deal.
That's the chicken. We got fish over here.
I still think it's a bummer.
And then we got
David is fasting.
Yes.
LaBeouf.
He gets no food.
Heidi. Yum.